Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another great lesson here with us at English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're going to be getting money.
That's right. We're going to have a lesson about the ATM.
The ATM or...
Automatic Teller Machine.
Okay, that's what it stands for, ATM. So we're going to be looking at the language that you'll probably find in an ATM, maybe in the United States or an English-speaking country.
That's right. But before we begin, why don't we look at some vocabulary that we'll hear in the dialogue?
Vocabulary preview.
As we mentioned, the ATM, or automatic teller machine, is a machine where you get your money, right?
Exactly.
And also, well, some people, or in different places, they may call it the bank machine.
Yeah, or maybe the cash machine.
Or just a money machine or something. All right.
So ATM.
ATM. And now let's take a look at our next word.
Local authorities.
The local authorities.
The local authorities.
So what are the local authorities?
Well, basically, it's the police.
The police. Why do you say local authorities?
Okay, well, authority is the person in charge, right? The boss. So the local authorities are basically the people who are the boss of this place.
In that area?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the police.
The local authorities. So why don't we start now with our dialogue? Why are we talking about local authorities and ATM machines?
I don't know, we gotta listen to find out.
Stupid girl making me spend so much money. Now I have to get it from the ATM.
Hello, welcome to Universal Bank. Please insert your card into the slot.
I know where to put my card. Stupid machine talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Please input your 6-digit PIN code followed by the pound key. Thank you. Please select an option. Thank you. You have selected withdraw.
Yeah, I know what I selected. Just give me my money.
Please type the amount you would like to withdraw. Thank you. You want to transfer 10,000 US dollars to the World Wildlife Foundation. If this is correct, please press 1.
No. Stupid machine, what are you doing? No.
Confirmed. Thank you for using our bank. Please remove your card from the slot. Goodbye.
No way. What happened? Give me my money.
Danger! Danger! The exits have been sealed, and the doors will remain locked until the local authorities arrive. Thank you for using our bank. Have a nice day.
No!
All right, so it's not his day today. I think he was very unlucky, and maybe he's going to be in trouble.
I know, and he was on a date. This is probably one of the worst things that can happen to a guy when he's on a date.
All right, yeah, so, well, we saw some of the language that was related to an ATM, money, and banking. So why don't we take a look at that now in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so the guy had to insert his card into the slot.
Okay, so slot.
Slot.
All right, slot. And that is an opening, right? Or a type of hole, maybe.
Yeah, it's a hole that is usually long.
Long, and it's like a rectangular hole.
Yeah, a slot is never a circle.
Okay, so for example, when you get mail, the mailman will put it into your mailbox through the slot.
That's right.
Okay. Well, and now that he put his card into the slot, he had to input a 6-digit PIN code.
Want to just do both together? Digit and PIN code?
Yeah.
Okay, so a 6-digit PIN code.
All right, now we have two words here that are new. Digit.
Digit is basically a number between 0 and 9.
Okay, so any number between 0 and 9 is considered a digit.
Yes, so 100 is made up of 3 digits.
3 digits, okay. And what about PIN code?
A PIN code is your secret number that you use to take money out.
Now, why wouldn't we say password?
Password is usually letters.
Okay, and PIN code is numbers.
Exactly.
All right. He had to input his 6-digit PIN code, and then after that, he had to press the pound key.
Pound key.
Now, this is strange. A pound key. What is that?
Well, you know on a phone, On the bottom right, there's a key or a button that looks like a number sign.
Number sign. So kind of like 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines.
Yeah, 2 lines going up and down, 2 lines going across.
Okay, so that's called the pound key. Mm-hmm. All right. What about the other one?
It's called the star.
The star.
Star key.
The star key. All right. So after the PIN code, after the pound key, now he's ready to withdraw money.
Mm-hmm. So we heard withdrawal.
Okay, so withdrawal is
a noun. It's the action of taking money out.
Okay, a withdrawal.
A withdrawal.
Okay, and to withdraw.
To withdraw is just the verb.
To take out money, right?
Exactly.
So we have the noun and the verb. The only difference is an L at the end.
Yes, so withdrawal, noun, and withdraw, verb.
Okay. And, well, he wanted to withdraw money, but something happened with the ATM, and it turned out that he was going to transfer money.
Uh-oh.
So transfer.
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 When you transfer money, you take it from one place and put it in another.
Okay, and usually in banking, when you transfer money, you don't really see it, right?
Exactly.
It's all electronic, so you just put it from one bank account to another, but you never actually see this money.
Exactly. So transfer money.
Transfer.
And now this one also has a verb and a noun, right?
Right. A transfer.
And to transfer.
Same word.
Yep.
Easy. All right, so why don't we listen to our dialogue for the second time? It's going to be slowed down a little bit, and then we'll come back and look at some phrases.
Stupid girl making me spend so much money. Now I have to get it from the ATM.
Hello, welcome to Universal Bank. Please insert your card into the slot.
I know where to put my card. Stupid machine talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Please input your 6-digit PIN code followed by the pound key. Thank you. Please select an option. Thank you. You have selected withdraw.
Yeah, I know what I selected. Just give me my money.
Please type the amount you would like to withdraw. Thank you. You want to transfer $10,000 to the World Wildlife Foundation. If this is correct, please press 1.
No. Stupid machine, what are you doing? No.
Confirmed. Thank you for using our bank. Please remove your card from the slot. Goodbye.
No way. What happened? Give me my money.
Danger. Danger. The exits have been sealed, and the doors will remain locked until the local authorities arrive. Thank you for using our bank. Have a nice day.
No!
Okay, so that was a little easier to understand. But Marco, there's some interesting phrases here, some instructions that you commonly read or hear when you're using a bank machine.
So why don't we take a look at these phrases in Fluency Builder?
Fluency Builder.
Well, the bank machine told this guy to insert your card.
Insert your card.
Insert your card.
So this verb, to insert, to place inside.
Exactly. So what else can we insert?
Well, for example, commonly you insert a disk.
Yeah, in your computer.
In your computer, right?
Yep. Or maybe insert a CD into your CD player.
Or DVD into your DVD player.
Yep.
All right, so to insert something, to put inside.
Yes.
So he had to insert his card into the slot.
And then the bank machine asked him to select an option.
Select an option.
Select an option.
Now, this is a very common phrase that you will not only see in ATMs, but basically everywhere, right?
Like in computers or the internet or many things where you're dealing with machines.
So it's an order that says, well, select one of these choices that you have.
Make a choice.
Make a choice.
Yeah.
Select an option. All right, so 2 simple phrases, but very useful and also very high frequency, right?
Yeah, and you know what? When you use phrases like these two, it sounds quite professional, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit formal. Okay, so why don't we listen to our dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Stupid girl making me spend so much money. Now I have to get it from the ATM.
Hello, welcome to Universal Bank. Please insert your card into the slot.
I know where to put my card. Stupid machine talking to me like I'm an idiot.
Please input your 6-digit PIN code followed by the pound key. Thank you. Please select an option. Thank you. You have selected withdraw.
Yeah, I know what I selected. Just give me my money.
Please type the amount you would like to withdraw. Thank you. You want to transfer 10,000 US dollars to the World Wildlife Foundation. If this is correct, please press 1.
No. Stupid machine, what are you doing? No!
Confirmed. Thank you for using our bank. Please remove your card from the slot. Goodbye.
No way! What happened? Give me my money!
Danger! Danger! The exits have been sealed, and the doors will remain locked until the local authorities arrive. Thank you for using our bank. Have a nice day.
No!
All right, Erica, so what about you? Have you ever had any problems with the ATM?
I've had more problems than I can count.
What happened?
Well, I think in the last 2 years, I've probably lost about 7 bank cards in an ATM.
Really? You forget it
Yes.
in the slot?
I leave it in the slot and then walk away from the bank machine and no bank cards.
Well, I think now the ATMs, because this is a common problem, now they have like a little alarm that when you take out your money and everything, it just starts beeping and beeping until you take out your card.
Yes, and I like the bank machines that actually give you your card first and then give you your money. Because if they give me my money first, that's all I want, right? So I run away with my money and leave my card in the bank machine.
Right. I think that's a good idea. I've never seen it before, though.
In Switzerland, they have them like that.
Switzerland. Or what about the ATMs that you only have to swipe your card?
Oh, yeah, I've done that as well and also ruined a bank card with that. I swiped it too many times, put in the wrong PIN code, and
it blocks your card.
Yeah, terrible.
Well, what about you guys? I'm sure everyone has some experience or some inconvenience with ATM machines.
Have you ever gone to an ATM just to get a little cash and ended up in a situation you could never imagine? Has a simple bank errand ever turned into a story you'll never forget? Now, listen carefully to the story and see if it reminds you of your own experience. It was a warm Saturday afternoon, and I was walking down Main Street with a big smile on my face. I had just finished lunch with Clara, a girl I had been seeing for a few weeks. We had a great time, laughing over pasta and coffee, but when the bill came, I realized something terrible. I didn't have enough cash. Clara didn't seem to notice my panic. She was busy checking her phone. I told her I'd be back in a minute and hurried out, pretending everything was fine. I knew there was an ATM just around the corner, near the old bookstore. The street was busy with people shopping, children eating ice cream, and street musicians playing guitar. When I reached the ATM, I took a deep breath, pulled out my bank card, and slipped it into the slot. The machine greeted me with a bright message. "Welcome to Universal Bank. Please insert your card." I rolled my eyes and muttered, "Yeah, I know." I punched in my 6-digit PIN code, followed by the pound key, just like always. The machine's robotic voice asked me to select an option. I pressed withdraw and typed the amount I needed, $40. I imagined walking back to Clara, paying for lunch, and continuing our perfect day. But then the screen flickered. Suddenly, the words, "Transfer $10,000 to the World Wildlife Foundation? Press 1 to confirm," appeared. My heart jumped. What? No! Cancel! I hit every button I could, but the screen flashed, confirmed. I felt sweat forming on my forehead. Before I could even pull my card out, a loud alarm started ringing, and a cold, flat voice announced, "Danger! The exits have been sealed. Local authorities have been notified." I froze, my stomach sinking. Around me, people began to stare. I realized this was no ordinary ATM visit. This was the start of a very, very bad day. I stood there, my hand still hovering over the ATM keypad, feeling like the whole world had gone silent except for the blaring alarm. A red light above the machine started flashing, and I heard the mechanical clunk of the building's glass doors locking behind me. I turned to see two people at the back of the small ATM room staring at me with wide eyes. An older man holding a shopping bag and a young woman with headphones around her neck. The young woman pulled out one earbud and whispered, "What did you do?" I swallowed hard. "Nothing. I just wanted $40. My voice cracked, and I sounded more like a guilty teenager than a grown man. The older man took a cautious step away from me, muttering something about troublemakers. I tried pressing the cancel button again, but the machine repeated in its calm, cold tone, "Please wait. Local authorities are on their way." My mind raced. Should I call my bank? Should I call Clara? Oh no, Clara. She was still waiting at the cafe, probably wondering why I'd been gone so long. I pulled out my phone and started typing a quick message, but before I could send it, a deep voice boomed from outside. "Step away from the machine, sir." I glanced through the glass to see two uniformed police officers standing there, their hands resting on their belts. The red lights continued to flash, and my stomach twisted into knots. How could I explain this? Who would believe that a stupid machine had just stolen $10,000 from me and locked me in like some kind of criminal? The door clicked open, and the two officers stepped inside, their heavy boots echoing on the tiled floor. One of them, a tall man with sharp eyes, approached me, while the other stayed near the entrance, watching closely. "Sir," the tall one said, "we received an alert about a suspicious transfer and a security lock from this ATM. Can you explain what happened?" My mouth dried. I was just trying to withdraw $40, I stammered. Then the machine said I was transferring $10,000 to some wildlife thing, and before I knew it, it was confirmed. I didn't do it on purpose. The machine's wrong." The older man in the corner scoffed and muttered, "That's what they all say." The young woman with the headphones gave me a curious look, as if trying to decide whether I was lying. The officer pulled out a small notebook and started writing. "Do you have your bank card?" I slowly removed it from the machine slot and handed it to him. He examined it, then turned to his partner. "Call it in, get confirmation from the bank." I felt my cheeks burn as people outside the glass stared in at us, their faces pressed against the window. My phone buzzed. It was Clara calling. I hesitated, but the officer gave me a small nod, so I answered. "Where are you?" she asked. Her voice was calm, but I could tell she was worried. There's been a little problem," I said, glancing at the flashing lights. Might be delayed?" The officer took a step back, his radio crackling with a voice from the other end. I caught only fragments: transfer confirmed, unusual activity, possible system error. My heart pounded faster. A system error. Maybe this wasn't my fault after all. But if that was true, why did I still feel like I was about to be taken away in handcuffs? The tall officer's radio hissed again, and this time the voice on the other end was clearer. "Bank confirms unusual activity, requesting full report from Central Security." He looked at me, his eyes narrowing slightly, then gestured for me to step aside. "Sir, please stand over here while we check the machine." I moved reluctantly, my back against the cool glass wall. The young woman with the headphones leaned toward me and whispered, "If it's a system error, they'll let you go, right?" I tried to smile, but it came out crooked. "I hope so." The older man still seemed convinced I was guilty. He kept shaking his head like he'd just caught a thief red-handed. One officer crouched in front of the ATM, examining the slot and keypad. "Looks like there's been a malfunction, but could also be tampering." My stomach tightened. Tampering? That sounded a lot worse than malfunction. Outside, a small crowd had gathered, curious about the flashing lights. I spotted a couple of people holding up their phones, recording everything. Great. This was going to end up online, and everyone would think I was some kind of criminal mastermind. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Clara. "Is everything okay? Do you need me to come?" I didn't want her to see me like this, surrounded by police, so I typed back quickly. "Stay at the cafe. I'll explain later." The tall officer's partner stood up from the ATM and called headquarters for a technician. Then he turned to me. "You're going to need to stay here until the bank security team arrives. Could be 10 minutes, could be an hour." My chest sank. An hour? Stuck here, under everyone's suspicious eyes, with the flashing red light above me making me feel like a convict? I pressed my hands into my pockets, trying to steady my breathing, and told myself over and over I didn't do anything wrong. But in that locked, tense room, I wasn't sure if anyone else believed it. The minutes dragged like hours. The alarm had finally stopped, but the red light still pulsed above us, bathing the small room in a faint, unsettling glow. The crowd outside had grown, and now there were children pointing at me as if I were part of some street performance. I kept my eyes on the floor, listening to the quiet hum of the ATM and the soft scratching of the officer's pen in his notebook. Suddenly, the door opened and a man in a dark blue jacket with a Universal Bank security badge stepped inside, carrying a small toolkit. "All right," he said briskly. "Let's see what our machine has been up to." He knelt in front of the ATM, inserted a special key into a hidden panel, and began checking wires and components. "Interesting," he muttered, clicking through the machine's internal menu. I wanted to ask what he'd found, but the tall officer's stern glance kept me silent. Finally, the technician turned toward us. "Well, it's not the customer's fault," he said, pointing at me. My chest loosened a little. This unit's software glitched. It misread the withdrawal command as a transfer order. Also, the security lock was triggered by a false fraud alert. The older man in the corner looked away embarrassed, but the young woman with the headphones grinned at me. "Told you it might be a system error," she whispered. The officer nodded slowly, jotting something down. "All right, sir, you're free to go. The bank will reverse the transfer automatically." Relief washed over me like a sudden wave, but it was quickly replaced by dread. Clara had been waiting all this time. I glanced at my phone. 37 unread messages. Most were from her. I sighed. This was going to be a long conversation. I stepped out of the ATM room, blinking as the late afternoon sun hit my eyes. The crowd outside began to drift away now that the mystery was over, though I still caught a few people sneaking glances at me. One man even whispered something to his friend and they both laughed. I ignored them and walked quickly toward the cafe, clutching my phone like it was my last lifeline. Clara was sitting at our table, her arms crossed, a half-empty cup of coffee in front of her. When she saw me, her eyebrows lifted in a mix of relief and frustration. "Well," she said, "where have you been? And why do I have 37 messages from you saying, 'I'll explain later'?" I sat down, leaning forward. "You're not going to believe this," I began, and then I told her everything. How the ATM tried to transfer $10,000, how the doors locked, how the police showed up, and how I'd been trapped for nearly an hour. She listened silently, sipping what was left of her coffee. When she finished, she let out a small laugh. "Only you," she said, shaking her head, "only you could turn getting $40 into a police investigation." I grinned sheepishly. "Hey, at least I didn't actually lose the money." She sighed, but smiled, and we decided to walk through the park to shake off the strange afternoon. As we strolled, I kept thinking about how quickly an ordinary day could turn into something unbelievable. That night, lying in bed, I replayed the events in my head. The flashing red lights, the suspicious stares, the relief when the technician said it wasn't my fault. It had been the most stressful $40 I'd ever tried to get, and I silently promised myself one thing: next time, I'd just carry more cash.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A machine outside a bank which people use to get money from their account.
ATM.
Put something into something.
Insert.
A narrow place to put in a card or paper.
Slot.
Personal identity number.
Pin.
The push button marked with a hash key.
Pound key.
The action of getting money from an account.
Withdrawal.
Get money from an account.
Withdraw.
To move money from your account into others.
Transfer.
Government organization which keeps the order of a certain place.
Authority.
To put money into a bank account.
Deposit.
An amount of money that is used for a special purpose.
Fund.
A strong metal box with a lock that is used to store money or valuable things.
Safe.
The amount of money that is left in your bank account.
Balance.
A request for information.
Inquiry.
Let's try that faster. The amount of money that is left in your bank account.
Balance.
Government organization which keeps the order of a certain place.
Authority.
A strong metal box with a lock that is used to store money or valuable things.
Safe.
Put something into something.
Insert.
To put money into a bank account.
Deposit.
The push button marked with a hash key.
Pound key.
To move money from your account into others.
Transfer.
A narrow place to put in a card or paper.
Slot.
A machine outside a bank which people use to get money from their account.
ATM.
A request for information.
Inquiry.
Get money from an account.
Withdraw.
The action of getting money from an account.
Withdrawal.
An amount of money that is used for a special purpose.
Fund.
Personal identity number.
Pin.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Slot.
Excuse me, can you help me? This coin doesn't fit in the slot of that slot machine.
Slot.
The mailbox slot is too small for this package. I will leave it next to the door.
Slot.
The coin slot is jammed with gum and now I can't buy a soda.
Insert.
Banks allow you to withdraw maximum $500 a day.
Insert.
To open the main door, you have to insert this key and turn it clockwise.
Insert.
I like the modern hotel rooms where you have to insert a key card to open the door.
Withdraw.
Insert a picture into your report. It will make it look nicer.
Withdraw.
I tried to withdraw money from my bank, but my card was blocked.
Withdraw.
Fortunately, you can withdraw money at the ATM machine at any time.
Transfer.
Bank of London doesn't allow international transfers.
transfer,
My cousin wanted to transfer the deed of his house over to me, but it was a complicated process.
transfer,
If you want to make a money transfer, you need to fill out these forms, please. The container is sealed airtight to prevent food from spoiling. We had to hire someone to seal our windows because cold air was coming in. The police has sealed off all the exits so that no one can go in or out.
Using an ATM or automatic teller machine is one of the most common ways people handle their money today. Almost every city, town, and even small neighborhood has at least one ATM. These machines let you take cash out, deposit money, check your account balance, or sometimes even pay bills, all without speaking to a bank employee. Learning how to use an ATM is not only useful for daily life, but also a great way to practice English for real situations. Because many of the words and phrases you see or hear at an ATM are the same all over the world. When you approach an ATM, you usually see a screen, a keypad, a card slot, and sometimes a place for receipts. The first thing most people do is insert their bank card into the card slot. You might see a message on the screen that says, "Please enter your PIN." The word PIN stands for Personal Identification Number. This is your secret code, usually 4 or 6 numbers, that protects your account. It's important to type your PIN carefully and never share it with anyone. In English, you might hear advice like, keep your PIN safe or cover the keypad while entering your PIN. After you enter your PIN, the ATM will show you different options. Common buttons or screen choices include withdraw, deposit, check balance, and transfer funds. To withdraw means to take money out of your account. To deposit means to put money into your account. When you check your balance, you see how much money is currently in your account. And when you transfer funds, you move money from one account to another. If you choose to withdraw cash, the ATM will usually ask you to select the amount. You might see fixed amounts on the screen, like $20, $50, or $100, or you can choose other amount and type in the number yourself. After you confirm, the machine counts the bills and gives them to you through the cash slot. In English, people often say, "I'm going to grab some cash," or "I need to take out some money," when they talk about using an ATM. Some ATMs also let you choose the type of bills you want, such as all 20s or a mix of 10s and 20s. In some countries, you can even choose the language on the ATM screen before starting your transaction. This is helpful for travelers, but if you want to practice English, selecting the English option is a great idea. It helps you learn useful banking words and phrases in context. Once your transaction is finished, the ATM might ask if you want a receipt. You can choose yes to have a printed record or no if you don't need one. Finally, always remember to take your card before you leave. In English, you might see a reminder on the screen saying, "Please take your card," or "Don't forget your card." These simple instructions are part of everyday banking English and can be useful to recognize and understand. Using an ATM may seem like a small part of life, but it's actually a place where language, numbers, and real-world actions come together. By paying attention to the words and expressions you see or hear at an ATM, you can improve your English skills while also taking care of your money confidently. Many people also use ATMs to deposit money, which means putting cash or checks into their bank account. This can be just as simple as withdrawing, but the steps may be slightly different. When you choose the deposit option on the screen, the ATM will guide you through the process. Some machines have a slot where you insert your cash or checks directly, while others use an envelope system. In that case, The machine gives you an empty envelope to place your money or checks inside before inserting it back into the deposit slot. In English, you might see instructions like insert bills face up or place checks in the envelope. The word bills means paper money, such as $10 bills or $20 bills. The word checks refers to written orders from your bank account to pay someone a specific amount. Knowing these words can help you understand and follow the ATM's directions more easily. Some modern ATMs count your cash automatically and even show the total on the screen before you confirm. For example, the screen might say, amount detected, $120. Is this correct? You can then choose yes if it is correct or no to recheck the amount. This is a good moment to practice phrases like, that's correct, or I need to check again. These small expressions are part of daily English conversations and help you sound more natural. If you're depositing a check, some ATMs may scan it and show a digital image on the screen. This helps you confirm that the amount is correct before completing the deposit. In English, you may see messages like, endorse your check or sign the back of the check. To endorse means to sign your name on the back of the check, which is usually required before depositing it. After your deposit is complete, you can choose whether to get a receipt. Many people keep the receipt as proof of the deposit, especially when using a check. In English, you might hear people say, I'll keep the receipt just in case, or I don't need a receipt this time. Both are polite and common expressions. Another useful ATM option is balance inquiry or check balance. This lets you see how much money you have in your account. The ATM may show the amount on the screen or print it on a receipt. People often say, I just want to check my balance when they don't plan to withdraw or deposit money, but simply want to know their account total. Depositing money at an ATM can save you time and help you avoid waiting in long lines at the bank. It also allows you to handle your finances at any hour, since many ATMs are open 24 hours a day. If you practice reading and understanding the English instructions of the machine, you'll not only manage your money better, but also become more confident with everyday banking language. Another common reason people use ATMs is to transfer money between accounts. This is called a fund transfer or money transfer. When you choose the transfer option on the screen, the ATM will usually ask you to select the account you want to move money from and the account you want to move money to. For example, you might transfer money from your savings account to your checking account, or the other way around. In English, you will often see or hear terms like from account and to account on the screen. This simply means the account where the money will come out from and the account where the money will go. The ATM may also ask you to enter the amount you want to transfer. It's common to see a message such as, enter the transfer amount, followed by confirm transaction. Transaction means any action you complete on your bank account, like withdrawing, depositing, or transferring. Some ATMs even allow you to send money to another person's account if they are with the same bank. In that case, you might need their account number. You may see instructions like enter recipient's account number or verify recipient details. The word recipient means the person who will receive the money. This is an important banking word that is also used outside of banking, for example, when talking about the recipient of a letter or an award. If the ATM successfully processes your transfer, you'll often see a confirmation message, such as your transfer was successful or funds have been transferred. In everyday English, people might say, I just moved some money between my accounts, or I sent money to my friend's account this morning. These are natural ways to describe the same action in conversation. Sometimes, transfers can fail if you don't have enough money in your account. In this case, the ATM may show a message like insufficient funds or transaction declined. The phrase insufficient funds means there is not enough money to complete the transaction. Understanding these terms will help you know exactly what went wrong and how to fix it. Another helpful ATM feature is the ability to change your PIN. You might find this option under Security or Account Settings. The machine will ask you to enter your current PIN and then your new PIN twice to confirm. You could see instructions such as enter new PIN and re-enter new PIN to confirm. This is a good habit to keep your account safe, and it's a real-life situation where knowing simple banking English is very useful. Whether you're transferring money, changing your PIN, or simply checking your account details, ATMs are designed to guide you step by step. By reading and understanding the clear instructions on the screen in English, you gain both financial control and valuable language skills at the same time. ATMs are very convenient, but it's important to know how to use them safely. Safety is not only about protecting your money, it's also about protecting your personal information. One of the most basic safety tips is to be aware of your surroundings. In English, you might hear advice like stay alert or be aware of your surroundings. This means looking around to make sure the area is safe before you begin your transaction. When you enter your PIN, always cover the keypad with your hand or body so no one else can see it. This simple action is often described in English as shield your PIN or cover the keypad. If you notice someone standing too close behind you, it's polite and protective to say, "Could you give me some space, please?" This phrase is a useful and polite way to ask for privacy in many situations, not just at an ATM. Another good habit is to take your cash and card quickly after the transaction is complete. Don't count your money while standing at the machine. Step aside to a safe spot first. In English, this might be described as step aside to check your cash. This prevents you from blocking the ATM for others and keeps you safer. You should also be careful when using ATMs at night. Many English speakers say things like, use a well-lit ATM or stick to ATMs in busy areas. The phrase well-lit means that the area has good lighting, which makes it safer. Choosing an ATM inside a bank branch or shop is also a good idea. Sometimes criminals attach devices to ATMs to steal card information. This is called skimming. In English, you may read warnings like, check the card slot for tampering. Tampering means that something has been changed or damaged on purpose. If the card slot looks unusual, loose, or broken, it's better to find another machine. Also, be cautious when strangers offer help at an ATM. Even if they seem friendly, it's safer to refuse politely. A good phrase to know is, thank you, but I'm fine. This lets you stay polite while protecting yourself. Finally, always take your receipt or choose the no receipt option. Leaving receipts behind can reveal personal information like your account number or balance. If you need to throw a receipt away, make sure you tear it up first. In English, this is often called shredding the receipt. By following these safety tips, you protect not only your money, but also your privacy. And the best part is that every safety instruction you see or hear at an ATM is another opportunity to learn useful English words and expressions that you can use in everyday life. ATMs are not only for local banking. They can also be very helpful when you travel. If you visit another city or country, you might still need cash, and an ATM is often the easiest way to get it. However, using an ATM while traveling comes with a few extra things to know, especially if you are in a foreign country. First, many ATMs in other countries allow you to choose the language on the screen before you start your transaction. You might see a message like, please select your language. This is a great opportunity to practice English by choosing the English option. You'll get the same familiar instructions you already know, even if the local language is different. When you withdraw cash abroad, the machine might ask if you want to be charged in the local currency or your home currency. In English, this is called currency conversion. For example, if you're from the United States and you are in France, the ATM may give you a choice between euros or US dollars. Some travelers prefer local currency to avoid extra conversion fees, but it's good to check with your bank before traveling. You may also see fees for using an international ATM. The screen might say, "This transaction will incur a fee," or "a service charge of $3.50 applies." The words "incur a fee" mean that you will need to pay an extra amount for the service. Knowing this phrase helps you understand that the cost will be added to your total. Another important travel tip is to know your bank's withdrawal limit. In English, this is often called the daily limit. If you try to withdraw more than the limit, the ATM might display, "Amount exceeds daily limit." This means you need to take out a smaller amount. Security is also very important when using ATMs abroad. Choose machines in busy, well-lit places like airports, hotels, or bank branches. Many travelers say, "I stick to ATMs inside banks when I travel," which means they prefer safer locations. Finally, it's useful to know how to say that your card has been taken or blocked. If an ATM keeps your card, you might see a message like, "Your card has been retained," or "Contact your bank." The word "retained" means that the machine is holding your card and will not give it back until you speak to the bank. Using ATMs while traveling is a great way to manage your money and at the same time learn practical English. Every screen message, fee notice, and instruction is a real-world chance to improve your vocabulary and confidence in handling money in English-speaking situations. ATMs have become an essential part of modern life, and understanding how to use them confidently in English is a valuable skill. They are more than just machines for getting cash. They're tools for managing your finances, checking your balance, transferring funds, and even learning new vocabulary in real situations. By reading the instructions carefully and recognizing common phrases, you can turn every ATM visit into a quick language lesson. One of the most useful things about ATMs is that they work 24 hours a day, giving you the freedom to manage your money whenever you need to. In English, people often say, "I like the convenience of ATMs," or "it's so easy to access my money anytime." The word convenience means something that makes life easier, and ATMs are a perfect example. Using an ATM is also a way to become more independent in everyday tasks. You don't have to wait for a bank to open or rely on someone else to handle your transactions. Expressions like, "I'll handle it myself," or "I can manage on my own," describe this sense of independence. Another benefit is that the English you see on ATMs is simple, clear, and direct, exactly the kind of language you need for other daily situations. Phrases like "enter PIN," "select account," and "confirm amount" are short, easy to understand, and commonly used in many other settings. By getting used to this style of English, you'll improve not only your banking skills, but also your ability to follow instructions in general. It's also worth remembering that confidence grows with practice. The more you use an ATM in English, the faster you will understand the instructions without stopping to translate in your head. Soon, you'll recognize the words instantly and complete your transaction smoothly. This speed and comfort with the language will carry over into other areas of life, whether you're shopping, traveling, or filling out forms. In the end, using an ATM is both a practical life skill and a learning opportunity. Every transaction, whether it's withdrawing cash, depositing a check, or checking your balance, is a chance to practice English in a real and meaningful way. By combining financial responsibility with language learning, you not only take care of your money, but also strengthen your communication skills for the future.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A machine outside a bank which people use to get money from their account.
ATM.
Put something into something.
Insert.
A narrow place to put in a card or paper.
Slot.
Personal identity number. The push button marked with a hash key.
Pound key.
The action of getting money from an account.
Withdrawal.
Get money from an account.
Withdraw.
To move money from your account into others.
Transfer.
Government organization which keeps the order of a certain place.
Authority.
To put money into a bank account.
Deposit.
An amount of money that is used for a special purpose.
Fund.
A strong metal box with a lock that is used to store money or valuable things.
Safe.
The amount of money that is left in your bank account.
Balance.
A request for information.
Inquiry.
Let's try that faster. The amount of money that is left in your bank account.
Balance.
Government organization which keeps the order of a certain place.
Authority.
A strong metal box with a lock that is used to store money or valuable things.
Safe.
Put something into something.
Insert.
To put money into a bank account.
Deposit.
The push button marked with a hash key.
Pound key.
To move money from your account into others.
Transfer.
A narrow place to put in a card or paper.
Slot.
A machine outside a bank which people use to get money from their account.
ATM.
A request for information.
Inquiry.
Get money from an account.
Withdraw.
The action of getting money from an account.
Withdrawal.
An amount of money that is used for a special purpose.
Fund.
Personal identity number.
PIN.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Slot.
Excuse me, can you help me? This coin doesn't fit in the slot of that slot machine.
Slot.
The mailbox slot is too small for this package. I will leave it next to the door.
Slot.
The coin slot is jammed with gum and now I can't buy a soda.
Insert.
Banks allow you to withdraw maximum $500 a day.
Insert.
To open the main door, you have to insert this key and turn it clockwise.
Insert.
I like the modern hotel rooms where you have to insert a key card to open the door.
Withdraw.
Insert a picture into your report. It will make it look nicer.
Withdraw.
I tried to withdraw money from my bank, but my card was blocked.
Withdraw.
Fortunately, you can withdraw money at the ATM machine at any time.
Transfer.
Bank of London doesn't allow international transfers.
Transfer.
My cousin wanted to transfer the deed of his house over to me, but it was a complicated process.
Transfer.
If you want to make a money transfer, you need to fill out these forms, please. The container is sealed airtight to prevent food from spoiling. We had to hire someone to seal our windows because cold air was coming in. The police has sealed off all the exits so that no one can go in or out.